design is ultimately a product of collaboration. On an affordable house, you have to be open to working with what you can find, what's affordable at the time. And then in this case, I think also the volunteers that are involved in Habitat, and why we got involved as architects is sort of the exploration of that idea. So where is the cost in this? And the cost is in labor, and we don't think of labor when we think of houses so much as we think of, all the amenities in it, but it takes a lot to build a house. Habitat volunteers put their hours in on it, and if we sort of really knew the true cost of that on an hourly basis, that would be a really different story. Working with people like Walt, who have done this a lot, they have their strategies that they know are applicable.
So this all came from IKEA, the countertop too, and the sink. I had to remake cabinets to fit. Originally your plan showed shelves, but it turns out that since these were very basic cabinets, I was able to cut them down.
Yeah, challenging to get all the different, affordable tile options to align, and this and that.
I think it works.
Yeah, so too. And this is an interesting choice, right? I actually really appreciate this.
To have it all tile?
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense from a maintenance level, and it really is going to last.
And it wasn't that hard, the question was it going to take a lot longer to put down?
Yeah. It's definitely acoustically.
Yes. But once they're stuck in here, we'll see.
A lot of things in here.
I mean, it also makes so much sense that if you need affordable, efficient housing, it needs to be affordable to maintain too. So having that extra source of power that you don't really have to worry about is really helpful.
Yeah. And that's again sort of closetless door or no door closet. The question came up along the way. Will furniture do things and therefore you don't need? Now we've been thinking, gosh, maybe if you're going to go with the IKEA approach, the movable cabinetry works a little more flexibly for people than even building out the stud wall. But it's sort of, you want to provide people the amenities that they need in a home and not make them go out and buy everything. So
it's hard to sometimes give it up to the homeowner. Because they won't do quite what you expect them to do. Is that right?
Exactly.
You find that?
Yeah, we were just discussing. There's those moments of letting it go and letting somebody else raise your child. Ultimately, it really is about seeing somebody in it.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited about that moment still, and we haven't quite gotten there. So it still always feels like just a step removed from seeing it inhabited by someone. It's been a really interesting process of kind of scaling down. But in the end, it's the site that gives it so much of its character. It's just a kind of a incremental change in character based on budget, but this sort of bones are still ultimately defined by the site. Being sure it responds to the houses in the neighborhood and fits in was always a goal. The view of this direction is like what makes this house so unusual and so rare. To have an infill house in Northampton, in Florence, in such a popular area to be buying homes, and have it affordably, and have this like conservation property next door is just a big score. So Dennis is a lucky guy.